What's up, guys? I'm just a gamer, and I'm back with my review of the Dead Space remake. As of this posting, I have beaten the game. My playthrough is still coming out, and yeah, I have so many thoughts. But off the bat, I just want to say this game is incredible. I highly, highly, highly suggest you go out and play it because it is just an absolute jam. And yeah, what more can I say? Let's just jump into it. First things first, the game looks absolutely stunning. Motive did an amazing job of keeping things looking the same, but just making them look better in every way possible. The lighting, the textures, the game design layout. I mean, the game just looks absolutely stunning. And I have to say, I played the original Dead Space not too long ago, and I even said it then. That game still holds up in my opinion, but this is just altogether like the best of both. Honestly, this is the perfect remake in my opinion of how the games look can stay the same but also be look better in every way possible. The game is just absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. And it's not just the graphics, the lighting and the sound design, the like I actually felt like it was scary to me. Like I said, I had just played the original, and I saw some people saying online that the game wasn't scary because it's so much like the original. You know what's coming, but I didn't feel that way. I got jump scared a few times, like the whole ambience of the game feels so different, and it is a lot creepier. It is a lot like scarier in my opinion. And yeah, like I don't know what those people are talking about. Maybe they've played Dead Space like a billion times, but for me, even though I had just recently played the original, this game creeped me out way more than when I played the original. Way more. Even though it was very similar, everything again, the lighting, the darkness, the sound design, it like everything felt a lot scarier to me. So yeah, like everything about this game is just looking wise and feel wise is amazing, spectacular. The next thing I want to talk about is the gameplay, which it's actually very similar to Dead Space 2 and 3, which is not a bad thing. It's actually really good. I always felt the controls for those two games was incredible, and they basically just brought that to Dead Space 1. That being said, they did add a few tweaks here and there, changing up a few button presses, but overall, the game feels amazing to play. The weapons, like, they feeling like I can personally tell you that in the original game, I didn't care much for any of the weapons besides the plasma cutter and the line gun. I really didn't care for any of the other weapons. But in the remake, all the guns feel so different and they actually feel good to me. Like I wanted to play more with the flamethrower. I wanted to play more with the contact beam. I wanted to play more with the force gun, which I did. If you're watching my playthrough, so like yeah, like the gameplay all around has just been vastly improved, and it feels so good. And the necromorphs, like the skin coming off them, and then having to peel the skin off to then get to the bone, is just a fantastic addition to the gameplay element. And like again, it just feels so good to take them down. Also, the zero G in this game is very similar again to that of 2 and 3, but I will say for whatever reason it felt a bit more like confusing to me. Like there were a lot of times where I just felt like I was just like confused and disoriented, and maybe that was just me and I'm just not playing the game right. But yeah, like the zero G though is actually very good, vastly improved from the original, which was just you just jumping around, not really doing much. Being able to now just freely move around in that space, and it's a lot better when you're fighting necromorphs, the little babies or the leapers. It's just all around feels better. Again, this is something similarly to Dead Space 2 and 3, which again was fantastic in my opinion, but it just feels good to have it here as well. And it actually makes sense with some of the new puzzles and designs. that, you know, it's just so much more fluid. I wouldn't say easier, but it's just seamless. That's what I was looking for. It's more seamless the way you go about things. And yeah, it's just freaking fantastic. It's just, again, a bit disorienting at some points, but yeah, overall, I think it's a fantastic addition. The only gameplay element that I'm a little like bummed by is the plasma cutter, because in the original, the sound of the plasma cutter when you shot it had a lot more impact. In this version of the game, it's very muted. It's very like pew pew instead of bang bang. And yeah, that's my only small tiny complaint when it comes to that. It's just that little thing. It's just the little pew pew instead of the bang bang when it comes to the plasma cutter. That's my only real complaint when it comes to the gameplay. Everything else, gameplay wise, just absolutely freaking amazing. It's just fantastic all around. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about the story. No spoilers, but the changes, I wouldn't even want to say changes, but the little revisions of the story, I think are fantastic, and they actually lead into the other games a lot better. Like, you can actually beat this game and jump into the original Dead Space 2 and you would not be lost. It is perfect. I mean, all they really did was just add context and just more story to the characters around you and to what happened on the Ishimura, explaining things a little bit more here and there, adding a few more details in. They actually expanded Isaac's story quite a bit more, his connection to the Church of Unitology. It's actually a really good addition that makes you actually want to learn more about the story, which again, you can if you want to by jumping into Dead Space 2, because again, you can play this game, jump into the next two, and you wouldn't be lost. It is very seamless because they didn't really change anything. They just did small revisions that helped the story be more cohesive. And yeah, like again, I think all around there weren't many changes. I would say more revisions, and they're absolutely amazing. They're fantastic. I saw no problem with any of it at all whatsoever. Because again, they weren't changes, just small little revisions. So that's, I think, one thing people are bummed out about, that I guess they wanted major changes from certain things, and some things are changed quite a bit, but the overall destination of all the characters is the same. And yeah, I personally had no problem with it. I think the story was originally fantastic. I think them keeping it like it is fantastic, but just these added little twists and additions is keeping it fresh enough for me that I really loved it and really dug it. Yeah, this game story is fantastic, and I probably will be jumping into Dead Space 2 sometime soon when I get the chance. But those are just my thoughts on the game. That's my little quick review of this game. Is amazing, fantastic. Please go play it. It's unbelievable. And yeah, just a quick review. Graphically, the game, lighting, audio, everything about it is just an upgrade. Super good. I found it creepy, even though I just played the original a little while ago. And yeah, you watching my playthrough, you'll see that I get got a few times, man. Those things get me. Gameplay wise, I think everything gameplay wise is so much better. All the guns actually make me want to use them and play with them a bit more, even though I don't. I stick with just 3 of them. And again, the only little nitpick with gameplay is just the plasma cutter. The sound design of it is just a bit of a letdown, because the original was more of a bang and this one's more of a pew when it comes to the plasma cutter. And yeah, that's my only little nitpick when it comes to the gameplay. Other than the 0G, for whatever reason in this game in particular, being a little disorienting for whatever reason. I didn't really have that problem with 2 and 3, but for whatever reason in this one, it's a bit disorienting. But that might just be me. And then lastly, story-wise, I think it's fantastic. All the little small revisions, I'm not going to even say changes, it's just small revisions and additions, I thought were incredible, and they really helped the game be more cohesive and seamless when you jump into 2 and 3. It's honestly fantastic in my opinion. But yeah, those are my thoughts. That's my little quickie review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video or anything I'm doing, please leave a like or comment down below. I appreciate any and all feedback. Subscribe. I'm streaming on Twitch, so please consider following me there at twitch.tv/justagamerink, all together one word, or you can click the link below. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the Dead Space remake. I would love to hear what you thought. And yeah, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and have a good game.